flat earth and the Ezekiel's Millennial Temple, episode number 4, Sunday, March the 19th, 2017. We can address some things this morning. Holy equals the holos in Greek, which means entire, that the Holy Bible is the entire truth. And for the flat earth today, we shall discuss a little bit about Polaris is fixed above the center of the earth and never moves. This is the North Star. So what you have is a dilemma, that if we are in a spinning ball, why is it that Polaris is always in the same spot? Okay? Because it's fraud. To examine some more of the fraud, we can look at the Illuminati, Masonic Freemasonry. Okay? The great work is to subjugate all of mankind into the beast system by all means possible. So what can we mean by this? Well, what we can mean by this is the symbology that is exposed to us. This was a picture taken of the Masonic symbol in Valley Forge at the big arch that they have there on top of the hill. And you can see the G, the compass and the square. And the G does not stand for God. It stands for great work. And what is this great work they are doing? Well, what they are doing is we can examine again in this book, 1984, the George Orwell. And it says in here that from the moment when the machine first made its appearance, it was clear to all thinking people that the need for human drudgery and therefore to a great extent for human inequality had disappeared. If the machine were used deliberately for that end, hunger, overwork, dirt, illiteracy, and disease could be eliminated within a few generations, and in fact without being used for any such purpose, but by a sort of automatic process, by producing wealth which it's sometime impossible not to distribute. The machine did raise the living standards of the average human being very greatly over a period of about 50 years at the end of the 19th and beginning of 20th century. But it was also clear that an all-round increase in wealth threatened the destruction, indeed, in some sense was a destruction of a hierarchical society. So what we have is in this hierarchical society the need to destroy all of mankind. And I want to show you this picture of a rock for one moment. This rock being something carved without hands, and that we can read. For the destruction of this civilization of the pyramid, what we need is somehow, in some way, to get this rock, to smash the image discussed in Daniel chapters 2, from verse 39 and so forth. I will read a little bit. Whereas this image, verse 41, whereas you saw the feet and toes, partly of potter's clay and partly of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. Yet the strength of the iron shall be with it, just as you saw the iron mixed with miry clay, ceramic clay. And as the toes of the feet were partly iron, partly clay, so kingdom shall be partly strong, partly fragile. As you saw iron mixed with iron and clay, but they will mingle with the seed of men, but they will not adhere to one another, just as iron does not mix with clay. Okay, then, and in the days these kingdoms, God will set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. The kingdom shall not be left to other people. It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. Inasmuch as you saw that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, this is Jesus, and that it broke in pieces the iron, bronze, clay, silver, gold. The great God has made known to the king what will come to pass. Okay, so what we see is this, there's a rock to destroy the image that Daniel saw in his vision. and this rock was cut out. Now, what will precipitate this cutting? And our contention is that Sabrina is a cutting wheel to rescue all of humanity. You see, Jesus will not come. He will not return until Sabrina, right? Till Sabrina is constructed on Mount Zion for the home of Jesus Christ for 1,000 years. Just out of curiosity, this is a principle, by the way, principle of the second. Okay. Now, this rock here kind of reminds me of the Cochise stronghold in Pierce, Arizona, where the Apache chief, okay, he eluded the Dragoon soldiers for 11 years, a Rockefeller Dome. And this is what we are looking for. We are looking for the dome of Jesus to come and to collapse all things and to bring about his kingdom, which will endure forever. Amen. This is Danny Jain for Tom Anderson Associate. Until next time, goodbye.